Why you dey buy fake product, yeah? Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. The SON. Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It kills.
You should know where to go. The SON.
Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving lives through standards.
The search for a possible solution to the dreaded coronavirus intensifies around the world as health workers and government in Nigeria make frantic efforts to contain the scourge, urging Nigerians, especially those in Lagos, Ogun, and the Federal Capital Territory, to observe strictly the various precautionary measures to stem the tide of COVID-19. It is important to observe the social distance order and stay safe to stay alive. Away from coronavirus to an important measure by the Standards Organization of Nigeria to protect consumers is product registration. Yes, product registration. How many of us are aware that it is mandatory for importers and manufacturers of the Standards Organization of Nigeria regulated products to register their goods with the agency? Well, in case you don't know, it is an offense when a product meant to be sold in our market is not registered with the SON. Guess what? It attracts sanctions by the federal government. What is the process of product registration? Why is it necessary to register a product? What are the benefits of registering a product? We shall tell you all you need to know about product registration. A warm welcome to Standard and You, a public enlightenment program powered by the Standards Organization of Nigeria, brought to you every Monday at 6:30 p.m. on the station. I bring you greetings from the amiable and proactive Director General of the agency, Osita Bolma Esquire, dedicated management, and of course, competent staff of the SON. Ifeoma Okonkwo is my name. Please do not go anywhere because I'll be back shortly.
Muna fata shekaru na da za su zo, mutanenmu za su yi la'akari da aikin da muke yi, kuma za su lura cewa ya fi cancanta ka sai abu na kwarai da ka sai abu na arha.
Ka yi mezie n'obodo anyị a, ka yi mee ka ihe a na-eme n'obodo anyị a, ma ihe a na-ebubata n'obodo anyị a ọ dị mma. Anyị na-ayọ bikonu ka anyị jikọọ aka na asị na ofu aka adịghị ekechi ngwugwu. Ka anyị jikọọ aka ka Nigeria wee wọrọ anyị obodo.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká lajú wálẹ̀ gbogbo tá a bá máa fún wa rà ká rí pé ó tó pé ojú òṣùwọ̀n. Èyí tí ò bá yé wa àti tó bá mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ ló tó wá sọ́nà. Èyí tá a bá dẹ̀ rà tí ò bá pójú òṣùwọ̀n ẹ lọ sí Standard Organization iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ tó bá súnmọ́ yín jù ẹ lọ ṣàlàyé fún wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n á ràn yín lọ́wọ́.
Welcome to the world of standard and quality, where we offer you information on product safety and quality. The program is Standard and You.
Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
Welcome back and thanks for staying tuned to the program. Apart from coordinating standards development, the Standards Organization of Nigeria is tasked with the responsibility of enforcing standards and promoting quality assurance. Product registration is part of measures by the agency to tackle the menace of fake and substandard products in Nigeria. Sit back, relax as we take you through the process of product registration and why it is imperative.
Every day, importers and manufacturers of goods introduce one or two new products into the Nigerian markets. These products are expected to meet the aspirations of consumers. There are over 1 million products in the markets, ranging from industrial to domestic goods. The bulk of these goods are imported into Nigeria and investigations by the Standards Organization of Nigeria reveal that most of the imported products are either fake or substandard. This places a huge burden on the SON, charged with the responsibility of ascertaining the quality of these products. It's a Herculean task, no doubt, for officials of the agency, but one which the SON has demonstrated tremendous capacity to tackle and has continued to record success in its fight against fake and substandard products. One of such measures deployed by the agency to stem the tide of fake and substandard products was product registration. It's a conscious and strategic initiative by the Standards Organization of Nigeria to build a comprehensive database of every product regulated by SON sold in the Nigerian markets, as explained by the agency's head of product registration, Obi Egbuchim.
The e-product registration became necessary because we need to know what is coming into the country. So it enables the organization have a comprehensive database of every SON-regulated product coming into the country, being imported into the country. And it also enables SON to track products in the Nigerian market. We need to know who brings in what at every point in time. It's not just the organization that does it. It has to be done with the importers, the distributors, the manufacturers, in conjunction with SON. And that's why the registration process is a two-way process. It's one part, the importer or distributor has to input all his details. He has to deliberately register the product. We have to get him to come online and register his product. And that's simply done by logging on SON website, www.son.gov.ng, and then you click on the e-product registration and then input all the necessary information, and that's the first part. Then the second part is the verification part, which the organization does. And we now go ahead, after the verification, we go through what you have submitted and confirm really that what you say you have is what you are bringing in, and it meets the required standard. And then we go ahead and register you.
It's an electronic process that is convenient and promotes standardization and quality assurance. Apart from goods regulated by the National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, importers and manufacturers of products into Nigeria are expected to register SON-regulated products with the Standards Organization of Nigeria.
We actually have to visit your warehouse, inspect those products to be sure, and then test them. We carry a laboratory test on them. And there are some products that on physical inspection, you start seeing the defects immediately. And if it's something that can be corrected, rectification takes place immediately. If it's something you have to get back to your supplier, you get back to it. While the laboratory tests are carried out too, and feedbacks are given to the importers or distributors on their product. So all these have to come. That's what I just call the verification. All these have to be concluded before the registration. We actually do market surveys. We have inputs from our sister units, the SONCAP, the Ports and Border, and all of these enable us to be on top of what is happening or what is coming in. And through the market surveillance, if whatever we don't get through the Ports and Border units or through the SONCAP, we're able to find out those products are in the market. And we encourage the importers, the distributors to please come on board and register their products. And it's a requirement because you're not allowed to sell your products if they are not registered. It's against the law. So you are expected, after you have cleared your products from the ports, to register them.
Importers, dealers, and manufacturers of goods have a lot to benefit when they register their goods with the Standards Organization of Nigeria. Apart from building consumers' confidence in such products, it serves as a means of advertising for such products.
It promotes public confidence on products, especially because the products registered are displayed on SON website. So invariably it translates to the business growth of that organization, of that importer. And in all of this, it also enables the organization to identify products, especially during when we have cases of consumer complaints, who owns what product. Then also, if anybody tries to imitate their products, we're able to detect such imitated products, because we already have a database of who. We know who brought in what. So any other thing we are seeing that is not in line with what we have on ground, we now know that somebody is trying to be funny somewhere. So that is there. And then aside from this, the product liabilities that comes with importing products, it saves them because we ensure that when you're registering your products, all regulations are complied with, especially with your trademark and with what is required for that product in terms of liabilities. You comply with them.
Product registration has assisted us a lot to identify new products that are coming into the market and of course determine their quality parameters. It has assisted us to know who brought those products and where those products are coming from. Product registration is also a part of standardization. If we pick a product for registration, for example, and the only address on it is just a PO box, it's not acceptable. There must be an address that is easily traceable, not a PO box. That's part of standards requirement. So those are some of the issues that are going to be looked at when a product is to be registered, to ensure that traceability will be easy.
Over the years, the Standards Organization of Nigeria has developed a robust state-of-the-art automated portal. The agency is currently upgrading world-class electronic facility to address the limitations experienced with the old portal. The whole idea is to reduce human contact to save time, engender prompt communication between the SON and the importer, and achieved prompt verification of submitted documents.
The organization had already done up their profiling. We have a list of life-endangering products, and those are basically the electronics and some of the civil engineering products too. So those products are already listed for us. We now know which ones are life-endangering and which ones are not. And in all of those ones, there are different stages or different clearances for them towards the registration process. So depending on the type of product it is, we have to let them go through the verification process. You're not allowed to sell, and if you find out that you've not registered your product and you've been asked to register, you don't go about registering your product, we have to get you to register it.
Wow, Chief Mike, how are you? Fine. I'm going to Sun office for the certification of my wheat flour. Oh no, things have changed. Sun has simplified all its activities. You could have even stayed back in Kano and process all your papers online. Whoa.
With the efforts of Sun, the products of SMEs can now compete globally. Sun has put in place necessary machineries in support of the growth of SMEs. At highly subsidized charges, SMEs can now get their certification, laboratory testing of their products, as well as purchase of standards. Meanwhile, Sun is carrying out massive seizure of substandard goods in the market and have gotten legal backing to prosecute offenders, all to protect consumers and SMEs. Sun, improving life through standards.
The program you're watching is Africa's authoritative platform on television on product quality and safety, Standard and You. It comes to you on Monday at 6:30 p.m. on Africa's largest television network, the NTA. As part of measures to tackle the coronavirus, the Standards Organization of Nigeria has deployed 28 relevant international standards to support the manufacture and importation of essential materials to combat COVID-19.
According to a statement from the Office of the Director General, Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, Osita Boloma Esquire, the deployment of the standards is to meet emergency needs occasioned by COVID-19 globally, while the process for the adoption would continue unhindered in spite of the lockdown. The standards, which are being provided at no cost to local manufacturers, are being made available to the National Committee on Sustainable Production and Delivery of Essential Commodities during the COVID-19 pandemic, of which SON is a member. This is to guide local manufacturers as well as provide a benchmark for judging all imported products in the category during the pandemic. The statement disclosed that SON has received free unlimited usage of the ISO web conferencing system Zoom for national standards development work only. With this offer, Nigeria as an eligible member will be assigned a Zoom account for developing countries, which we can share with our technical committee, TC members and experts, creating the equivalent of a virtual conference room at the national level, the statement clarified. Aboloma said further that with this, Nigeria's TC meetings could continue largely, while its stakeholders and experts keep safe in this time of bans on gatherings and travels. The SON Chief Executive called on TC members across the nation to expect invitations from the Secretariat for participation in the consideration and adoption of several international standards from ISO resources to support global efforts in dealing with the COVID-19 crisis. The SON Chief Executive stated that the TC would also consider the adoption of a French national standard, AFNOR-SPEC S76001 barrier masks, guide to minimum requirements, methods of testing, making and use to provide necessary quality guidance for mass production of face masks in the country, especially by micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs. Aboloma commended the past efforts of all members of various national technical and mirror committees in ensuring development, adoption, adaptation, and review of market-driven standards for use in Nigeria. According to him, their patriotic efforts have helped in great measure to promote the competitiveness of made-in-Nigeria products locally and for exports, safety of consumers, and steady growth of the nation's economy. He listed some of the international standards compiled by ISO to support global efforts in dealing with the COVID-19 crisis as follows. ISO 374-5-2016, Protective Gloves Against Dangerous Chemicals and Microorganisms. Part 5, Terminology and Performance Requirements for Microorganisms Risk. ISO 10651-5-2006, Lung Ventilators for Medical Use. Particular requirements for basic safety and essential performance. Part 5, Gas-Powered Emergency Resuscitators. ISO 13688-2013, Protective Clothing, General Requirements. ISO 17510-2015, Medical Devices, Sleep Apnea Breathing Therapy, Masks and Application Accessories. ISO 19223-2019, Lung Ventilators and Related Equipment, Vocabulary and Semantics. ISO 22301-2019, Security and Resilience, Business Continuity Management Systems Requirements. ISO 53561-2015, Anesthetic and Respiratory Equipment, Conical Connectors, Part 1, Cones and Sockets. ISO 80601-212-2020, Medical Electrical Equipment, Part 212, Particular Requirements for Basic Safety and Essential Performance of Critical Care Ventilators. ISO 80601-280-2018, Medical Electrical Equipment, Part 280, Particular Requirements for Basic Safety and Essential Performance of Ventilatory Support Equipment for Ventilatory Insufficiency.
Welcome to the feedback segment of the program. I am Halimot Osifo. Have you heard of life-endangering products? Yes, life-endangering products. Today, liquefied petroleum gas, LPG cylinder, is used in many Nigerian homes. But did you know, fake and expired LPG cylinder plus poor handling have led to cylinder explosions, leading to loss of lives or causing severe burns. Behind every wall at home, in an office or a building in general, there are cables that channel electricity for daily consumption. If these electrical cables are not of good quality, it could result in a domestic fire outbreak, posing great danger to lives and property. Just as poor brake pads could place you and your passengers in danger, the campaign against fairly used Substandard and expired tires is significant to the prevention of road accidents, which is life-threatening. Now, imagine what happens when substandard steel bars are used in building construction. Building collapse, which can be disastrous. LPG cylinder, electrical cable, brake fluids and pads, tires, steel bars, solar panel, stabilizer, and more products have been classified as life-endangering products. Life-endangering products are high-risk products as they pose a greater safety risk to consumers because of their nature. Such products requires you as a manufacturer or an importer to be mindful of the fact that the products can put not just one, but many lives in great danger if defective. What about you, the consumer? Remember, life has no duplicates. Be vigilant and quality conscious when making a purchase and during usage. Standards Organization of Nigeria recognizes the need to stay safe. Hence, the agency will stop at nothing in protecting Nigerians from fake and substandard products and also life-endangering products. Nicodemus Peter says, is it true that consumers have right to choice of products or goods? Yes, one of your consumer rights is right to choose. If a product is manufactured by more than one manufacturer, then the consumer has a right to inspect the products of other manufacturers and make a choice after making comparative study. Isaac Prince from Rivers State says, I congratulate you for what you are doing. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Isaac. Nice to hear from you. Anonymous message here says, is it right to buy a product that has no trademark on it? A trademark is a unique symbol that helps you to identify a product from another. So it's part of the labeling information required for every product. Joseph Umukoro from Delta says, I watched your program. It's very interesting. Thank you so much. We hope to serve you better. Anonymous messenger says, I bought a blender recently, but it has spoiled. Please give us detailed information about the products, where you made the purchase with your proof of purchase, and we'll help you get value for your money. Linda from Enugu says, where is your office in Enugu? Alright, SON Enugu State Office is at 3 Prada Road, Engineering Lab, MNA Industrial Layouts, Enugu. Anonymous messenger says, SON, you are doing a great job. Thank you so much. And that concludes this week's episode of the program Standard and You. 070597244455 is the number to send in your messages to with your full name and location. Tag along with us on Facebook at Standard and You, Instagram and Twitter at Standard and You _. Remember, we have a vibrant YouTube channel where you can watch previous episodes online at youtube.com/Standard and You. Don't just view, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. As always, buy original, sell authentic, and use only the best. Bye for now.
Why you dey buy fake product, make you dey careful, no go damage your life.